um now going to navigate to Microsoft Word. I already started this, so I'm going to continue from this point to show you the process with which you can type formulas, any formula at all, known and unknown, correct and wrong, anyhow it is in your mind. Now, I have pressed enter. My cursor is currently blinking at this point where you can see it. The formula I want to type is x raised to power 2 equal to 10 bracket open 0.5 minus x bracket close. Again, the formula I want to type is x raised to power 2 equal to 10 bracket open 0.5 minus x bracket close. Now, I will not just type x raised to power 2. I'm going to type it using the equation editor. It's called equation editor. All right. This equation editor can be found. In fact, anything you want to insert to your document, always your mind should take you always to the insert button or the insert ribbon. Sorry, insert ribbon is the correct term, please. So we now move up to our insert ribbon, and towards the extreme right in the symbols group. This is symbols group. This is the group. You find symbols and you find equation. This equation is what we want. So you click on equation, the drop down arrow by equation. Don't click on equation directly, just click on the drop down arrow by equation to open it up. Now, these are the equations that are already predefined. They are built in. This is binomial theorem. This is the equation for binomial theorem. This is the equation for expansion of a sum. This is the equation for Fourier series. So what we want to type is our own equation. You can scroll here to see other equations, but that's not our concern for this illustration. We want to insert our own equation. So we come up to insert new equation and click on it. But before then, you see that when we clicked on insert new equation, this box came up. But this point is not where we want the box. So you can either go back to home ribbon and choose left alignment, or okay, I think that's the best option. That's the best option. So you click here on the placeholder and then go to home and change it back in paragraphs group, change it back to left alignment. And then for us to edit this space, it is within this box that we can type our equation. So ensure that this box is selected the way it is now, is highlighted, and then we come up to equation. This ribbon is a dynamic ribbon. Is not always there. It's not always there. So it's kind of contextual rather. It comes when the context is suitable. So if I click outside, for instance, you discover that that equation ribbon is not there anymore. The menu is gone. But when you click within here, you see it back. So now we click there to have our ribbon open. Now this equation we want to type, remember, we want to type x raised to power 2. That's x superscript 2 equal to 10 bracket open 0.5 minus x bracket close. So the very first thing to do is to concentrate on each character, each string, each yes character, each letter, each number, anything on that formula. Now x raised to power 2 or x superscript 2 will have its own separate box, and that will be on a script. So this is the script. You can see my mouse pointer. This is a script. So we click on the script. I hope the music is not too loud, the background music. So I have clicked on script, and then this is superscript, and this is subscript, and this is subscript, superscript, both in one place. So whatever that is, you understand better than I do. I'm not a mathematician, I'm just good in using this um, Microsoft tool. So we want the superscript. All right, so we click on superscript. Now this is the box here for superscript, the placeholder for the main letter and then the superscript letter content. So here we want to type x. We simply click there and type our x in small letters, and then we click up here to type 2. Now we have x raised to power 2, but the cursor is still blinking in the subscript placeholder, superscript, sorry. The cursor is still within the superscript placeholder. So on your keyboard, you can just use the arrow key, the right arrow key, and move one step out of that box. Now you can see the difference between the cursor. The cursor is now taking a full space, occupying the full space from top to bottom of that frame. If you move to the left arrow key now, it will go back to that superscript placeholder. You see the cursor, anything you type will be raised to power. So that's not what we want. We want to type equal to. We move out using the arrow key. Please take note of the difference. Now we move out using the right arrow key, or we also call it the navigation key. Now we just touch the equal to sign on the keyboard. You can also do that by going up to the operator. If you're watching my pointer, my mouse pointer, you can go up to the operators option under structures group. Go up to operator and look for equal to. It should be somewhere there. If it's not there, we come up to the symbols group, open it up, change arrows. This is the point. Change the arrows to operators, and then look for equal to. We all know the equal sign. This is it here, and that's all. So the simplest thing is just to touch the equal to on the keyboard for this instance. And then we have 10. Just type your 10 normally. Bracket open, normal bracket open. Shift 9 gives you bracket open. 0.5 normal typing from your keyboard. 0.5 minus x, touch the minus and the x on the keyboard, and then bracket close, shift 0. That's all for that particular option. Yeah, so the next to it, we click outside that formula frame and touch the enter key. You're back to the next line, and this time around we want to get x raised to power 2 equal to 5 minus 10x. So we have eliminated the brackets. Now we have x superscript 2 equal to 5 minus 10x. One quick way to do that is to copy this particular formula. Since it's the same thing, just copy, Ctrl C, then click where you want to paste, let your cursor blink there, and then paste, Ctrl V. And then we can now edit by simply 10 times half is 5. So we just do backspace. Using your backspace to erase, you say 5 minus 10x. 10 times x is 10x. So we have our 10x. Then remove that bracket. You're done. Instead of going through the whole process of stressing yourself to do all that. Thank you very much. We're moving to the next formula. I think the next formula is almost the same thing. So we'll just copy and paste. We've copied already, we'll just paste. The next formula is x raised to power 2 plus 10x minus 5 equal to 0. Now we just paste because we copied already. Control V, and then it's coming at the point where we don't want it. We just change the alignment up here. Remember your home ribbon, this is home ribbon, beginning from clipboard group, fonts group, all the way down to add-ins group. Yours may be different from mine a little. This is editing group. You may have your own stopped at this point. Editing group, that's because of the version of Microsoft Word I'm using. So we go back to align it towards the left. Now we want x superscript 2 plus 10x. So we're going to edit this by removing the equality sign using the backspace key and then typing the plus sign by holding down the shift key on the keyboard and touching that same key where equality sign is. We get our plus. And then the next thing is 10x. So we come to 10 and type our x after the 10 by clicking there. Remember, you must click 10x minus 5. Just touch, erase that bracket 0 point. 10x minus 5. Then let's navigate towards the minus and change that to equal to, then remove the x, change it to 0, remove the bracket, close. Then but there's something else in a square bracket, which is a quadratic function. We can just make it square bracket. Yeah, square bracket is also on your keyboard. For my keyboard here, we have square bracket after letter P, alphabet P on the keyboard. P before it was the right of it. So we now type quadratic function. And then use the close. This looks bigger. I don't like the square bracket. So let me use the one within here. Come up to equation, go up to brackets. Where is bracket? This is bracket, and then take the square bracket. Now we just copy. Holding down shift and control, then use the arrow key, right arrow key, to then cut, control X, and then I want to paste that inside that box. I prefer that. So you now click outside. We now have that formula. The next thing is, oh, this is going to be a bit complex for someone. Now, using x is equal to now we have a fraction where the numerator must be done differently, calculated differently. Minus b plus or minus square root of b superscript 2 minus 4ac all over 2a, all of that. Let's go to our insert again, go back to all the way to symbols and symbols group and click equation, and then click insert new equation. Now our box frame is here, our equation frame is here. We'll now say using, then column, normal typing, using what? X is equal to, now we have a fraction there after the equality sign. So we'll not just type it. We'll have to go back again to our equation ribbon and look for fraction. This is fraction. This is how you build your formula, all of it. Now we click on the fraction, and the fraction here is this one, where you have a stacked fraction. Take note, they are different. This is skewed fraction, this is linear fraction, this is a small fraction. We're using the stacked fraction. That's the placeholder for stacked fraction. Now for the for the numerator part of the fraction, we have minus b. So type minus b, then plus or minus. Plus or minus will be found in operators. If you don't find it there, you just simply come up to symbols. This is plus or minus. Tap it, click on it. Then next to it is square root of b superscript 2. I hope you're following. If you don't follow, please just rewatch this video as many times as possible. Everything you would need to do with equation editor will be there. Don't have to repeat this. So square root of b superscript 2. Now the first thing to get is square root. Just like when you're writing, you definitely draw a square root before you write b superscript 2. So the same thing, you go now to where is that? It's not accent. Let's see. um, Integral, not integral. Okay, so on radical, yes, we have this is the square root. This one is square root of square root with degree, radical with degree rather. Okay, so we'll use the square root. You can see the placeholder there. Then in this placeholder, just click within the box and type. No, you don't type, because it's a script, superscript. So you have to now go back again to script after you have gotten the square root and the placeholder under this within the square root. You come back to script and then choose the superscript because it's b raised to power 2. So you click, and then within this box frame you type b, and then within the smaller frame you can use your arrow key to move between those boxes. You now type 2. Now you are within the superscript box, so move one step out using your arrow key and then type minus 4ac. AC is small letters. So you see within there, the whole of that is within the square root. Now the numerator part of the equation is 2a. So just type 2a and you're done with that. Click outside, and then let's see, put space between these two. So whatever formula you want to type, please, you can use this method to achieve it. So where a is equal to what? 1, b is equal to 10, c is equal to -5. Okay, please, after this formula up, let's put in bracket 1 mark. Yeah, since this is a guide, 1 mark. And then the next formula, which will be the last formula for this illustration, it's a similar formula to the one up here. So what we'll do is just copy and paste, then edit the content. Ctrl C to copy, click where we want it and paste. So We now edit it. Take this out. Sorry, undo. So we have x is equal to, now we have minus 10. We're now substituting for real values. We have, instead of minus b, we have minus 10 plus or minus. Where we have b, we put 10. Substitute for real values. 10 superscript 2 minus 4ac. That's 4 multiplied. That use asterisks. Let's say 4 times 1. Take this out. 4 times 1, bracket open, minus 5, bracket close. Remember that here we have defined that a is 1, b is 10, c is minus 5. So 4ac will now be 4 times a times c, which is 4 times 1 times minus 5. Then this a now, we also change it to 2 times 1. This a is 1. So that's all for this illustration, please, so that this video will not become too long. Thank you very much. Save your work. We're going to end this record now. Please watch it several times to get acquainted with it. Thank you very much.